I try to get out, yet they just keep pulling me back in. I believe now is as good a time as any to refresh everyone's memory. If you are using BITUNIX, I wonder how many people just got mega screwed. Now, before I went to bed, thankfully, and this is why I don't like showing my trades on streams a lot of times, because people will see maybe I'm using higher leverage, and I worry that people will do the same but won't put a stop at where their entry is, or a little bit above or a little bit below. Now, the truth is I just took a loss. I actually just lost. Even with my stop, I lost about $4,000, which to me, I'm like, whew, thank God. But if my stop was on BITUNIX, I know that I would have lost probably 80, maybe even 90%, because the market fees plus the dumpage and the slippage. So if you are using BITUNIX, and even if you had a stop, but somehow you have half or less of your Bitcoin in your account, leave it. With that huge crash, there wasn't one little blip in Bybit. Not one blip. It was perfect. And yes, like I said, by the time when my stop kicked in immediately, as soon as it hit, I still took a loss, because as the price was going down, it sold, but it happened. But still, it would have been so much worse with BITUNIX. So much worse. Now, another point. I feel like I made a mistake. And that mistake was I took profit off of my trade, basically, which the entry was started 9,200. I think it was at 9,400 was the average entry, and I don't remember where I took profit and then re-entered, but I would be in a much more comfortable position. I wouldn't have lost 4,000, and I would have not missed out on a good $300-400 maybe of movement by re-entering. And so if you get in at a low entry, well, here's what I'm going to say. I am not a financial advisor. This is not advice. This is what I do. I don't know what you people do. You do your own thing. But all I'm going to say is, if I have a position that is 1,500, 2,000, in the green, and I believe it's going to keep going higher, knowing that the FOMO's coming in, the dumps are going to be here, I would much rather be in the position where my entry was 9,300, 9,400 right now, than re-entering, having a stop, and not being able to sleep. So I made a mistake. I think I exited my main trade too early, and I made great profit. I'm very happy with the amount that I made, but I am sad because there's a lot of money that's left on the table that now I'm in a predicament, right? Now I gotta fit. Now it's okay. Now when's a good re-entry? And so it sucks. It sucks. I could have still been in my position, and this dump wouldn't have affected me. Wouldn't have felt it. I'd still have my position at 9,400, 9,300. confident. And even if this dumps down one more time to 10,000 or 10,200, I don't think it's going to dump more than that. But now I'm forcing myself to have to re-enter at a place where I might be unconfident, so to speak. Not as confident as before. So, other than that, we're still kicking ass. Still made great money. But every move counts. And right now, I know I just want to maximize the amount of Bitcoin and maximize the psychology, my mindset. Exiting that trade is now putting me in a more difficult mindset. I'm not able to kick back and be comfortable. So if you're in a nice entry, a low entry, and the trend is going up, So hopefully I learned from what I believe was my mistake. You all learn from your own. And yeah, anyways, as far as market analysis, we could be forming another Chinese trumpet, which, you know, yeah, we might have another green candle or something that could form right here in the 10,500s. But I believe we could see the 10,200s, 10,000 to 10,500s kind of the range. I'm thinking we might see a Chinese trumpet. The end of the trumpet before it blows the horn. I am going to go to sleep, and now I'm having a hard time sleeping because I know I could have still been in my position from 9,400 and not care. Sleeping like a baby. Sleeping like a baby, but now I have to be scrambled. But in the hindsight, I should really just be quiet and be happy because I'm fortunate and had, you know, the trade was the #1 trade of the year for me. But I'm mad because it could have made twice as much and be more comfortable.